Remember me.
First level starts out with a massive frame rate drop. My PC ain't that much of a potato either. It's an RX 580 with a 3700X and it runs like this. Though I'm pretty sure it's mostly due to the rain. The gameplay remains relatively the same as the second Crysis, with the suit mode still being automatic. Not that I'm complaining. You're here on a ship or an oil rig or whatever the place is called to find something I honestly forgot about. But David Cameron from all the way back in the first game is ripped out of his suit, so I guess that's why we're here, to find Cameron's lost gammon. Early on you get introduced to the Predator bow. In my opinion, the Predator bow is cool, but it completely makes stealth so incredibly overpowered. This area here is easy to stealth, no biggie. Next area, however, I just bum rush right through it. Despite me playing on the second hardest difficulty, which if I recall correctly is Super Soldier, playing this game like Call of Duty is completely viable, especially due to Armor mode, which again acts like God mode. Honestly, despite my playstyle, I do recommend playing this as if it's Call of Duty or any other shooter, especially with certain suit upgrades that I'll get into later. After that, you get introduced to hacking. Wow, just wow. David Cameron sees a video of him getting ripped out of his suit and he gets all like angry or something.
I will fucking find you!
Next section is when you can put the Predator bow to use. I also forgot to mention that scanning anything with the binocs does not require even line of sight, which also plays into Stealth's easy-ass playstyle. As a result, you can easily plow through most areas, especially with Cloak. Aiming with the Predator bow takes some time getting used to, as the bow does not vertically align itself, it's always canted to the right. There's a green front post to aim with, however you'd be surprised on how hard you're actually able to see it. Nevertheless, the bow is a one-shot, one-kill, especially if you set it to maximum draw weight. And the non-specialized arrows can be recovered, theoretically giving you unlimited ammo. I recommend stealthing this part simply because I don't want to bother with the fucking helicopter. Next part is simple, just cut across the catwalk and hug the left wall. Be careful once you open the door at the end, as there's two Proud Boys waiting to counter-protest your ass. These turret bastards are annoying and unfair as they can somehow spot you even when you're cloaked. You can hack them too, but I don't really recommend it because, well, hacking sucks. The ending is all about David Cameron and Barack Obama talking about the Proud Boys and how they want to harvest the power of the Antifa aliens for their own use. Then David Cameron shows you an overgrown New York. I guess you can say it's quite literally a concrete jungle. Beginning of the level shows you to the suit modules. The suit modules work differently here. You don't need those nanocrystals or whatever they were called in Crysis 2, but instead you pick up suit upgrades throughout the level. Suit modules here are about as useful as they were in Crysis 2, so take that with what you will. Also, you can only have 4 modules active at any time, so there's really no reason to unlock more than 4 modules. You enter New York and start to experience plenty of orgasms with the game's graphical detail, especially the god rays, the lighting, and the vegetation. Most of Crysis 3's levels are far more open than Crysis 2 and are nowhere near as linear. Early on, you have to play hide-and-go-seek with the turret until you get to the alien sniper rifle. Then you cloak around for a long-ass time until you get to the secondary objective. I have no idea what it does or what I just did, but I do know it was a waste of fucking time. Then you meet Psycho, then you go down the shitter, then you end up in this big-ass area. If you have the stealth modules like I do, this is the perfect place to maximize them. This area is easy as shit until you have to go up to the rail track. Even the slightest pussy-ass jump alerts everyone within a 1,000-mile radius. The next area has those fucking annoying jumping Antifa ambush motherfuckers. Stealth here is impossible and you have to kill all the Antifa aliens in order to proceed. Walk around some more in the shitters, then you end up in the train yard or dock or whatever this place is called. This part here is easy if you cloak. After the train yard is a big ass area with those leaping Antifa alien motherfuckers. Make sure to pick up the machine gun before this area, you're going to need it. Simply jump on the buses or the train cars or whatever they're supposed to be and just wait for the squid billies to jump up. Secondary objective is to shut down a jammer in the area, which my blind ass didn't realize it was supposed to be this fucking thing. You mount a grenade launcher in the most slow ass turret section until you bash right through a tunnel. Level 3 introduces you to Claire Redfield and Rash. Rash looks like a 70-year-old Macaulay Culkin, so I refer to him as that.
I can't get a read on you.
Oh, come now, Lawrence. What did you expect? I designed your suit, my dear fellow, of course. It can't get a read on me.
Uh-oh, I wonder what that could mean. David Cameron tells you to go to destroy the Hoover Dam, so you know what that means, right? Cheat! I mean cloak all the way to the dam until you get to the elevator. Once you're on the dam, jump into the water to destroy the generators. At least Godzilla isn't approaching the generators. After planting the explosives, you blow up the dam, hydrating the land with such precious water. Too bad it is in California. Seriously, we could use the water here. Cheat, I mean cloak around for like 3 miles until you get to the base. You should have enough upgrade points here to get the Assassin module, which I highly recommend for a stealth playthrough and for the base. Most enemies here have a short patrol route or they just simply stay put in place. And that fucking Wally robot. Thankfully, you can easily take out Wally with an electric arrow. You go into the underworld of the base, right down, straight to hell, only to get ambushed by a turret DP that can also drain your energy. You can hack a console to disable the turret, but holy shit, what the fuck is going on here? Look at him go! Woo! Thankfully, the nodes have a pattern to them, so hacking isn't that hard once you learn its gimmick. End of the level shows you the Alpha Antifa alien.
The Alpha 7.
The real difficulty here comes from the amount of fucking minefields this level has. Thankfully, it's very easy to hack them. Despite the entire level being the Antifa aliens, it's actually pretty easy simply due to it being very large with plenty of places to hide. However, I do recommend using the heavy draw weight for the aliens if you want to consistently one-shot them. Then you have to deal with the Proud Boys, then the aliens again, and then you have to fight with an Oregon rioter. Super Soldier difficulty, y'all. After that is an area with a bunch of Oregon riders again. The next area has a bunch of aliens in it, including these floating anal beads that can detect you even when cloaked. At the end is a long-ass walkie-talkie session with David Cameron, who discovers who really ripped him out of his suit. Claire Redfield. Spoiler alert, this is where the game kinda shits the bed with the plot. It starts with Barack Obama finding a thing that shows the aliens have a hive mind and they all communicate with only one individual.
They think you're Seth.
I mean, there's a reason why I call them Antifa aliens. Obama tries to communicate with the hive mind and the Alpha Antifa says that both of them are one and the same. I mean, I would make a joke about Joe Biden here, but I don't want to get hashtag cancel as the election is literally next month. Then your suit gets supercharged. You literally have another God mode here. Not only that, but if you use an alien weapon, you also have unlimited ammo with it for the entire duration. At the end of playing God, you fight an Antifa fatty again. Surprisingly, this isn't as hard as one might think, simply because the super thermite arrows can easily kill those nasty-ass chunky monkeys. After the area with the Proud Boys and the Antifa aliens fighting each other, you get to take control of a buggy. I don't know what a buggy is supposed to sound like, but this thing sounds like a goddamn Toyota Supra. Right when you get to the area with the big ass gate and the pinger, for the love of God, go back a little bit to find the APC and use it here. You ain't gonna survive in the buggy. After driving for almost 10 minutes, you finally reach the base. At the end of the level, Macaulay Culkin tells you of an impending Antifa invasion. I swear to God, guys, I'm trying to not make this video as contemporary as possible. I swear it's just a coincidence. Yeah, you heard that right. This game is Mass Effect 3 now. Not even fucking kidding. They went there. Claire Redfield just fucking dies, Lamau. This is probably the longest level in the game, as well as the most difficult, and the most boring. Right at the start, immediately head left and continue to the first AA gun. I recommend cloaking as much as possible because there's more enemies here than what I have for pleasurable orifices. After the first AA gun is the first secondary objective. I recommend doing this just so you can get rid of the 2 pingers on the other side. Second AA gun is easy to deal with. Then comes along the second secondary objective, which I don't recommend, simply because there's an alien shit that comes in that just wrecks your shit. I don't even know if you can even destroy it using the APC's turret, so I just simply abandoned the tank and just proceeded down the third secondary objective to the down VTOL. The down VTOL has a few jaw launchers, but what you should be using against the alien ship would be the alien sniper just north of the VTOL. Third AA gun is a shit. Once you destroy the third AA gun, you have to kill all the Antifa aliens so David Cameron can land. Then you have to suffer what is possibly the worst part in the entire game. This part can take a whole mile while eating my entire ass. You have no control over the VTOL, only its turret. The VTOL moves around so quickly that it's fuck all impossible to aim with anything, and the radius at which you can shoot the turret is so extremely limited. What comes after is hardly any better, as you have to fight the Antifa field commander. I have no idea if shooting it deals any damage, but what you're supposed to do is destroy all those little fucking drones he spawns, then have a little Harry Potter duel with him until you get unlimited power. I only had to do this twice before he dies. The beginning part is surprisingly tricky, as your suit's all fucked up and all you have is a dinky ass little pistol. I recommend going all the way to the right and up to whatever this shit is supposed to be. After you come out of the cutscene, your suit is supercharged. During this part, pick up an alien weapon and just fucking have at it. Slaughter as many of those Antifa motherfuckers as possible. Second mine carrier is easy to deal with. There's not a whole lot of enemies here, and your suit actually works now. The third mine carrier is the only difficult one due to the overwhelmingly amount of enemies there are. After the third mine carrier, you get permanent God mode, right up until you meet the Alpha Antifa. The boss itself isn't that hard, but the enemies that spawn in are, and the Alpha Antifa begins to attack. I recommend supercharging your suit so you don't have to deal with his shit. After you kill the Alpha Antifa, Barack Obama gives a monologue about how the Antifa is wiped off the face of the earth, thank God. And a cutscene plays with Barack Obama living a life of peace on the island of the first game. How the hell you got out of your suit, or what you actually are, or if the suit somehow became your second layer of skin, or whatever the fuck is going on here, is anyone's shitty take to guess.